Time once again for Park City Television's Drink of the Week. We are here once again with Jimmy Santangelo, the Virtual Sommelier. And hello. Jimmy, this is something new for us. We are actually going to whip up a cocktail. Tell us what we're going to be doing.
We're going to be making the Orange Hue, a cocktail we created with inspiration. This past summer I was visiting the East Coast. We're on the Jersey Shore in our beach house, and I made a quick trip to visit some friends in Philly. And I found myself in this old historic building. Handcrafted cocktails were getting made, and it was just a fantastic cocktail. This is a version of that called the Orange Hue.
Okay, handcrafted. What does that mean to you when you hear a handcrafted cocktail?
Yeah, we're finding the bartenders are more, they're finding themselves in the kitchens a little bit more. They're making their toasting herbs. They're making their own simple syrups. They're infusing simple syrups, infusing different blends together that haven't been done before. With this particular cocktail, we're using Marmalade and a classic Bourbon. Mm-hmm. And a couple of different vermouths.
Okay, well, let's. You've got me all set up here, but walk us through the measurements of how you put this thing together.
So what we're going to do is 2 spoons of orange marmalade, 2-part Bourbon, and 1 part each dry and sweet vermouth.
Okay, and let's get it started here.
You got it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get a little bit of our marmalade in the pint glass.
Okay.
And one thing we want to...
Why are you using marmalade?
We're using marmalade. This is really enhances the drink. It really brings out some beautiful color in the cocktail, adds a natural sweetness to it rather than a substitute or sugar. This has some nice blending to it.
Okay. So how much bourbon are we making?
We're gonna make it like we make it at home.
Okay.
What you want to do is always have a cocktail. A good cocktail isn't necessarily always a strong cocktail. A good cocktail is one that's in balance, and that's what we want to do here. So whatever quantity, 1.5 ounce, 1.75, you want to use half of that with your vermouth. So that's why it's 2-part, 1 part, 1 part.
Okay.
So this is your dry vermouth. Bit of sweet vermouth as well.
Okay. Now, is this a cocktail that could be, doubled up if you had a big party? You could make a pitcher of them? Or?
No, absolutely. And in fact, I hosted a in-home dining event that we had 2 or 3 different marmalades out front as well. So it was the same spirit component, but people had different flavored marmalades, and it was a great way to enjoy the premise of the cocktail in different flavors.
Okay, so now we've got everything, and then we've got this funny-looking spoon. What are we going to do? How are we going to mix this all up?
Yeah, and this is the real true spirit of a handcrafted cocktail where you're really getting your hands in there. It's not just a bunch of liquids being blended together, shook, and then poured. You have to blend this. And what you want to do is kind of gently break that marmalade down, kind of bring it together.
You can see it's getting a little cloudy as the parts mix together.
That's right. You kind of want to agitate the mixtures together. And you have a classic bar spoon, and we were chatting about that. What you can do to really agitate the cocktail, and it kind of froths up there. And this is identifying, recognizing that the liquids, the marmalade, everything's getting mixed together. And another important that we're doing is we're not putting this directly over ice. If you were to do that right over ice, the marmalade would grab onto the cube here, the sweet vermouth would be on the bottom, not knowing what to do, and you wouldn't be able to integrate the liquids together as much. But now we're going to hit it over ice. So you kind of got a good stir there. Everything's pretty much blended.
Okay.
Pour it right in. You got the classic pitcher there if you want to cap that and shake. I'm just going to...
I'll do my best Tom Cruise impersonation.
Perfect.
Okay.
We've got, and what you can do there, we have a classic champagne coupe or cup there for you, and just pour it right in there.
There we go. And you can see that the colors have sort of melded. And, oh, look at you with your extra flair for me, Jimmy.
Nice and frothy. You got beautiful color, that burnt umber style color drawn from both the bourbon and marmalade. And this is going to be awesome. Let's get it to the lips.
All right, Jimmy, from my lips to God's ear, right? That's how it goes. Jimmy, if people want this recipe or lots of other information, where do they go?
Yeah, email me directly at jim@thevirtualsommelier, or give me a telephone call at 801-486-WINE, W-I-N-E.
Nastrovia.
Enjoy.
Drink of the Week is brought to you by Butchers. and by these fine sponsors.